Yo, and we back with another one. We finna talk about the Shawty Lo and this T.I beef. Let's get it.
If anybody know T.I, I know everybody at school or high school didn't like him. So I got a reward, man. If y'all send me the yearbook pictures or something that's showing where he from, man, I will pay y'all personally, man. You know what I'm saying? Say he got a phone conversation. If you tell it, if we had a phone conversation, you need to tell her what the phone conversation was about. It's about you getting punched in the face at Club Pure by one of my goons, you know what I'm saying?
Damn! T.I got punched in the face? I ain't know that. Let's go.
When you have a new artist like Shawty Lo, who's causing friction with you, he's obviously calling you out. You know, he's obviously challenging the throne.
Yeah,
you know, which in my opinion is
if you could call it that.
Well, you know, you see it as competition. You don't take it personally.
I'm sorry. Couple who?
Hip-hop beefs rarely end on a good note, and that was definitely true for T.I and Shawty Lo. While their feud isn't as widely known as some others, it got just as messy.
You know what I'm saying? He a great rapper. I'm from the streets for real. That's what I do for real. I'm on Bankhead for real. 2610. He's talking about y'all come and do something. Do where we at right now?
Things between them went from mutual respect to full-blown disrespect almost overnight, and T.I definitely caught the short end of the stick in this one. For starters, Shawty Lo called T.I out, claiming he was lying about where he was really from. This set off a chain reaction, with both the streets and the industry starting to question T.I.'s street credibility.
What we want to know, man, how y'all seen T.I? Is he from Bankhead?
Man, we ain't seen him no wearing these bricks, man. For real, man. We already know who you be, Shawty Lo, baby, man. Why you say you pull up in that Bankhead, they already know, man. They already know who you be, man.
But it didn't stop there. Shawty Lo's accusations also led to T.I being labeled with one of the worst tags in the rap game, a snitch. That label stuck hard and has haunted T.I for years, with other celebrities continuing to bring it up even today.
But I'm gonna tell you like this, when I saw that, I think T.I lying. I think he went up there and just got the talking.
You know, you were saying T.I was a rat.
Well, yeah. Man, everybody know. Everybody know, homie.
This beef got so intense that it went beyond just words. It spilled over into diss tracks, public back and forths, heated moments during performances, and even physical altercations between their crews. It was chaos.
I know it's a lot of times, you know, you find yourself in positions around people who don't like you, but most of the time that's just because they don't like their damn self, you know?
But what exactly went down between these two? Let's break it all down. Shawty Lo and T.I were both making waves in their own ways. Shawty Lo had already built his name in the industry with his group D4L, while T.I was solidifying himself as one of Atlanta's biggest rap stars. Both of them claimed to rep Bankhead, and both were known for their ties to the streets. T.I had been in the game since he was a kid, hustling and getting into trouble. By the age of 14, he had already been arrested multiple times. Shawty Lo, on the other hand, got into the rap game later in life. While T.I had been rhyming since he was 8 and pushing mixtapes out of his car by 1996, Shawty Lo was still heavily involved in the streets. When T.I started gaining momentum, he dropped his first video for I'm Serious in 2001. Interestingly enough, a lot of the cars featured in that video were borrowed from Shawty Lo, who was already established in the streets at the time. You can even spot Shawty Lo in the video casually walking by. Back then, everything seemed cool between the two, but things eventually went left after Shawty Lo decided to pursue his solo rap career. By the time Shawty Lo left D4L to focus on his own music, T.I was already a massive name in hip-hop. He had chart-topping hits, Grammy Awards, and was widely regarded as one of the South's biggest rappers. Despite all that success, T.I always portrayed himself as someone who stayed connected to the streets. Naturally, Shawty Lo reached out to collaborate on a track, hoping they could make something happen. but T.I. turned him down. And that's where the beef started to take shape.
I had a song called Let's Get It that T-Lap would've got on.
According to reports, Shawty Lo felt disrespected. He had helped T.I. in the past by lending him cars for his video when he was just getting started, and now T.I. was acting like he didn't even know who Shawty Lo was. Shawty Lo didn't take—
Yeah, that's crazy. You take all my cars and put them in your first video, and then you start acting like you don't even know who I am? That's crazy.
the rejection lightly and started calling T.I. out. But T.I. had his own version of the story. He said it wasn't personal. He just wasn't feeling the song Shawty Lo wanted him to be on. That was it.
What people don't know is the reason he made that song, it was because I didn't get on a song that he wanted me to get on for them. But that just wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music that they were doing, I didn't feel it fit me. It wasn't, you know.
But as more details came to light, another layer of their history was revealed. Turns out, back in the day when T.I. was hustling and trying to make a name for himself in the streets, Shawty Lo was already a major player in the drug game. Naturally, T.I. looked up to him and approached him for guidance and help in the business. But according to T.I., Shawty Lo coldly turned him down, refusing to give him any support.
So, and I said the same thing that any Atlanta say when he wants you when he looking for an opportunity from you. Yeah. With me. I say, man, you know what I'm saying? Like 200, baby, you know what I'm saying? So like, did me just like this. Hit your weight up. Roll the dice, kept the game.
Fast forward to the present, and T.I. didn't even realize at first that the same Shawty Lo who had reached out for a collaboration was the guy who had shot.
I forgot Shawty Lo was on G Unit, goddamn. I forgot all about that, damn. Seeing Shawty Lo in the G Unit shirt is crazy. Rest in peace, Shawty Lo.
Shut him down years ago. When he made the connection, he put his foot down and refused to do the track.
I ain't never seen nothing though. I ain't raised no hell. You know what I mean? And when I found out that was him, I was like, oh, get your weight up.
About a year before the feud between T.I. and Shawty Lo really heated up, T.I. found himself in a tough situation that put his street credibility in the spotlight. Just hours before he was set to perform at the BET Hip Hop Awards in Atlanta, the feds swooped in and arrested him. The charges were no joke: possession of 3 unregistered machine guns, 2 silencers, and being a felon in possession of firearms. Apparently, T.I. had tried to buy the weapons from someone who was secretly working with the feds, setting him up for what looked like an airtight case. For T.I., this was a nightmare. He already had a long rap sheet and was now looking at a potential 10-year sentence for the new charges. Fans were bracing for the worst, expecting him to face serious time. But then something unexpected happened. T.I. pleaded guilty, and instead of a decade behind bars, he only received a 1-year sentence. On top of that, he ended up serving just a few months in prison before being released. The light sentence had everyone talking. How does someone get caught trying to buy machine guns, plead guilty, and walk away with barely a slap on the wrist? It didn't sit right with a lot of people, and Shawty Lo made sure to capitalize on the rumors. In interviews, Shawty Lo suggested that the only way to get a deal like that in a federal case was if you cooperated with the authorities. He didn't outright say it, but the implication was clear. He was calling T.I. a snitch.
Ticket caught all kind of guns, convicted felon. American service, go serve a year later on. You can't buy your way out of the Fed.
Shawty Lo's accusations got plenty of attention, but it turns out T.I. might have actually been the one to throw the first jab. Back in 2007, T.I. dropped the track Big Things Poppin', and some people believe he was taking shots at Shawty Lo in the lyrics. In one part of the song, T.I. raps, "Do it to the maximum, take it while you askin' them. Don't listen to them suckers when they say you too irrational. See, I said I was king, and them lames started laughing. Them same suckers now want the king on a track with him."
I said I was king and them lanes started laughing. Same sucker now want the king on the track.
The lines seemed to hint at Shawty Lo, who had been publicly upset about T.I. turning down his request to collaborate. After T.I. finished serving his time and got back to work, he addressed the rumors and the growing tension with Shawty Lo in an interview with MTV. He dismissed the idea that he needed to use anyone else's name to gain attention, calling it nonsense.
I mean, I never looked to gain acknowledgement or recognition by mentioning anyone else's name. It was an issue with me and another person. It was an issue with me and another person. It wasn't a publicity stunt or a marketing tool.
When DJ Sway asked if Shawty Lo was even a real competitor for him, T.I. didn't waste much time on the question. He just laughed it off like it was a joke.
You see it as competition? You don't take it personally.
I'm sorry. Couple who?
That dismissal didn't sit well with Shawty Lo, who decided to hit back harder. He started questioning T.I.'s authenticity, calling out his claims about being from the west side of Atlanta, specifically Bankhead. T.I. had always proudly repped Bankhead in his music, but Shawty Lo was calling cap on the whole story. He claimed that nobody in Bankhead even knew T.I. and accused him of building a false narrative about his street ties.
If anybody know T.I, I know everybody at the school or high school didn't like him. So I got a reward, man. If y'all send me the yearbook pictures or something that's showing where he from, man, I will pay y'all personally, man. You know what I'm saying?
To drive his point home, Shawty Lo dropped Dun Dun, a diss track aimed squarely at T.I. On the track, Shawty Lo rapped, "I've done it all, I've done it all. Who mentioned Bankhead? Didn't acknowledge me. What, you blind? Need some glasses to see?" He added fuel to the fire with more lines like, "Yeah, I'm hot, dude. They say I'm burning up. Me, the rare dude, I'm finna turn it up. Add the fire to the flame. Who mentioned Bankhead didn't say my name." But the line that really stuck and became a catchphrase in the feud was, "Dude said he from the west side. Well, Goodman, it must be two sides." That lyric hit hard and had people questioning T.I.'s entire backstory.
It must be two sides. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. That was hot though when Shawty Lo dropped that. It must be two sides. He had everybody saying that.
Shawty Lo even made a whole video driving around Bankhead, interviewing people to see if they knew T.I. The footage was meant to embarrass T.I., showing that his supposed roots in the neighborhood were questionable at best.
This one original from Bankhead, man. You know what I'm saying? We won't know, man. How you seen T.I? How you seen him? Y'all gonna try to keep talking about y'all. We won't know, man. How y'all seen T.I? Is he from Bankhead?
Man, we ain't seen him no when he bricks, man. Real, man.
At the time, T.I. was one of the biggest rappers in the world, so having his street credibility challenged so publicly was a bad look. In response to Shawty Lo's constant jabs, T.I. decided to go all in with a diss track called "What's Up, What's Happenin'." Not only did he come for Shawty Lo lyrically, but T.I. also filmed the music video in Bowen Homes, a neighborhood in Bankhead that Shawty Lo was closely associated with.
Hey, look, we gonna ride on up to the top of Baker Road, and then we gonna ride back down. I lead the way.
The track was ruthless, with T.I. coming for Shawty Lo and his crew with lines like, "I bet that what he get a show, now that's a damn shame. I guess that what he hatin' foe, boy you so damn lame. Your click the same, just a bunch of walkin'-ish stains. Disgrace the A, you give the city such a bad name." T.I. also addressed their past, airing out how Shawty Lo had switched up on him despite them being cool back in the day. He rapped, "But still I hear you loud and clear on your lil song. Go on, get your dissing on while the king gone, your self-esteem gone, cause I'm back now. Let's see if we can't teach these dudes how to act now. You're kissing ah then, you jumping back now. I check your ah then, I shut your ah down." T.I. also addressed Shawty Lo's antics of driving around Bankhead asking people if they knew him, calling it desperate and irrelevant. In the track, he rapped, "Hey, what I care about who you asking saying they ain't heard of me? I'm certified. Certainly your videos ain't hurting me. I still ride with the windows rolled down, all around the A-town, like it's finna go down."
You asking saying they ain't heard of me. I'm certified, certainly. Them videos ain't hurting me.
Then, to add another layer, T.I. threw in, "Go on, get yourself high, cause I yelled Bankhead, and you felt left out. I ain't mentioned your name. Is that what all this bout?"
Bankhead and you felt left out. I ain't mentioned your name. That's what all this about.
But that wasn't all. On his track, No Matter What, T.I. allegedly sent more shots at Shawty Lo with lines like, "Set the standard in Atlanta, how to get it. So you up-and-coming rappers want to diss? Just off it. I'm officially the realest, point blank, period. Whether I still live in the hood or just visit, whatever you can do in the hood, I done did it. That's why the dope boys and the misfits feel it. This still his city, long as Tip livin'." T.I. was doubling down on his status in Atlanta. He was effectively shutting down any questions about his credibility or his connection to the streets. By late 2008, the tension was sky high. Then came the infamous Dirty Awards in Atlanta in November of that year, where everything took a turn for the worse. Both T.I. and Shawty Lo were in attendance, and their crews were eyeing each other from across the room. At first, things stayed relatively calm. There was tension, but nobody was acting out. That all changed when Shawty Lo hit the stage and performed his diss track, Dun Dun. The performance was like lighting a fuse. Reports say that as Shawty Lo was performing, members of T.I.'s crew started throwing chairs onto the stage. The chaos got so bad that the show had to be temporarily shut down while security tried to get everything under control. During the break, it said that T.I. and Shawty Lo actually crossed paths backstage and supposedly squashed the beef, at least on the surface. But if there was any peace, it didn't last long. When the show resumed, T.I. hit the stage and, according to witnesses, threw more shade at Shawty Lo in front of the entire crowd. That was the final straw. Tensions boiled over, and their crews couldn't hold back anymore. A full-blown brawl broke out, with both sides throwing punches.
I know it's a lot of times, you find yourself in positions around people who don't like you, but most of the time that's just because they don't like their damn self,
They was wildin'. Shawty Lo got maced? Who the hell made Shawty Lo? I see that. They done sprayed mace all in Shawty Lo's face. That must have been the guards or something.
The chaos was so intense that the cops had to step in and use pepper spray to break it up. Shawty Lo himself ended up catching a face full of it during the melee. After the brawl at the Dirty Awards, the beef between Shawty Lo and T.I. became one of the biggest stories in hip-hop. Every fan, blogger, and media outlet had an opinion on it, and it seemed like the tension was only going to escalate further. Shawty Lo kept the heat coming, clowning T.I. in interviews and even claiming T.I. got punched in the face during the chaos. At this point, fans thought there was no way these two would ever see eye to eye. It was all-out war, and people braced themselves for more diss tracks, more public drama, and maybe even more fights. But then, something unexpected happened. In a surprising twist, Shawty Lo and T.I. decided to put the beef to rest. To seal the deal, they even hit the stage together for a performance at T.I.'s club in Atlanta. Seeing the two of them together was a huge moment for the city and the culture. From there, both Shawty Lo and T.I. went on to continue building their legacies. T.I. solidified his spot as one of the greatest rappers to ever come out of Atlanta, and Shawty Lo remained a respected figure in the city. But then tragedy struck. On September 21, 2016, the city of Atlanta and the hip-hop community were hit with devastating news. Shawty Lo had passed away. That night started off like any other for him. He was out at the Blue Flame Lounge, a popular strip club, partying with his crew and enjoying himself. It was a normal, chill night, and no one could have predicted the tragedy that was about to unfold. Shawty Lo left the club around 2 in the morning with 2 women in his car. They were driving down the highway in his Audi A7, and according to reports, Shawty Lo was really pushing it, speeding down the road. The women in the car later revealed that they had asked him to slow down, but it seems he didn't take their warning seriously. Unfortunately, things took a deadly turn. Shawty Lo lost control of the car, drove over a guardrail, and the vehicle collided with 2 trees. He was ejected from the car, and by the time paramedics arrived, it was already too late. Shawty Lo was gone.
We have breaking news. An exit ramp on I-285 is back open after a deadly crash in South Fulton County. We're learning more this morning about the man killed in the wreck, local rapper Shawty Lo.
The details surrounding the crash left many people with questions. Shawty Lo reportedly had a significant amount of cash on him that night, and in a bizarre twist, the 2 women who were in the car with him ended up taking all the money off his body before leaving the scene. This sparked all kinds of rumors and conspiracy.
Y'all know what I'm gonna say. A bop gonna do what a bop gonna do. It's even worse if it's two bops. Rob Shawty Lo. Crazy.
Theories. Some people thought there was something sketchy going on, especially since Shawty Lo's father had passed away just a week before. Shawty Lo had even recorded a tribute song called Letter to My Father to honor him. Fans started speculating about the eerie timing of their deaths, but in the end, there wasn't any concrete evidence to suggest foul play. It seems like Shawty Lo was just driving too fast without a seatbelt, and tragically, the consequences were fatal. After the news broke, Atlanta was in mourning. Shawty Lo was more than just a rapper. He was a cultural figure who had left a lasting mark on the city. Tributes poured in from all corners of the rap game. T.I was one of the first to honor him. He posted a heartfelt message on Instagram giving Shawty Lo his flowers and expressing his respect for him as a pioneer and a legend. Even though they had their differences in the past, T.I made it clear that he always had love for Shawty Lo, and he recognized the massive impact Shawty Lo had on Atlanta's music scene. Other artists also paid their respects. Metro Boomin shared a photo of himself in the studio with Shawty Lo, Future, and Young Scooter, captioning it, "Long live the king of Bankhead." Future also honored him, tweeting, "Legends never die, Shawty Lo forever." Lil Yachty joined in too, sharing an old interview clip of Shawty Lo praising him and tweeting, "RIP Shawty Lo." Even Shawty Lo's longtime friend Gucci Mane reacted to the news, posting, "Damn it man, rip Shawty Lo." Without Shawty Lo and D4L, the entire rap game in Atlanta would be different today.
Crazy, man. Y'all get in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.